Friends, we got a packed house on a Tuesday morning. We got Bookworks friends here. We got Connie. She's celebrating 30 years in business. And to celebrate, she brought on her favorite author, David Thurlow. And then we got Michael Velarde and the youngest CEO to be on the show ever, Jaden Chavez. And then Amos Arbor, the assistant curator of the ABQ Biopark, is going to be here to talk about all the new flowers on the Morning Brew with Friends. What do you think of our new Morning Brew song we're trying out this week, right?
I like it. Oh, it's brand new.
Well, new to us.
I like it.
It's like 1990s rap that we're like repurposing on the Morning Brew
Good,
by a
good
rapper
work.
called Positive K from back in the day. It's great fun. It's one of those great fun party songs
Yeah.
from like my high school years and probably our director's like middle school years.
That's okay.
We'll talk about 30 years in business in a bit, but first we got some headlines we want to get to. Brought to us by our friends at Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy. This is cool. I really wish we had one of these in Albuquerque. In Santa Fe, it is called the Violet Crown. And it sounds like the coolest place ever. I'm a movie guy. I love a good beer. I love some good food. You can never get that in one place.
That's right.
Until now. It's actually a movie theater with a restaurant inside.
Nice.
And a bar inside.
Love it.
And check out these chairs. You can actually go in and have your beer and have your dinner and watch an awesome movie.
Very cool.
First run theater in Santa Fe. This is going to be so much fun. It's in the rail yards, and that's the screen. It's a small room, but I just think it's just a great idea. You know,
Ride the train up.
Right.
Go to the movie. Have a little dinner.
Come on back,
Yeah.
Rail Runner it. It's a great date
Sounds
night.
great.
Right?
Yeah.
It sounds like a plan to me. Just take the Rail Runner right there to the rail yards. It's like
Why not?
$6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like
good.
it'd be fun. We need one of those here in Albuquerque. And then this is interesting. The new Archbishop came to Santa Fe on Monday. I guess went to Santa Fe News this morning.
Yeah.
All the interesting stuff is happening up there
It's
this
all
week.
north,
I don't know. This is John C. Wester. He came out of Salt Lake City. He's going to lead the state's 300,000 Catholics. This is interesting. The previous Archbishop had to retire at age 75.
75.
I didn't realize that was a policy in the church that you have to retire at 75.
Me neither. Yeah.
So we got a new guy. He says he's really excited to be here, and he had no idea that Pope Francis was going to appoint him. It's just like out of the blue.
Wow.
Out of the blue. That's got to be like a crazy. How do you get a phone call from the Pope? He's like, I'm promoting you. Like, what kind of phone call is that? Like, does somebody like call you up and say the Pope's on the line for you? Like, what happens? I don't know. It's got to be great.
Well, listen, could you call me back and just,
Right. I'm sorry, Pope, but I'm busy right now. Like, what do you do? And this is interesting. I'm not sure how to feel about this. This is Governor Susana Martinez has sent a letter to the Energy Commission saying New Mexico should be a spot for more nuclear waste. And I don't know how I feel about this because we need the jobs. The economy certainly needs it. We have places like WIP that have been doing a good job keeping the waste and doing things with it. But at the same time, it's nuclear waste. And I'm not sure how to think about that, but it's certainly become a thing that a lot of my friends and I were talking about. I went to a meeting last night, and it was the topic of conversation. Do we want it? Do we not want it? I'm not sure how it's going to play politically, but it's certainly an interesting move. On a more fun note, these are some friends of ours here at the Morning Brew, our guys from the New Mexico Pinon Coffee. You've had their coffee.
Yes,
it's great
I have.
coffee, right?
Yes, it is.
And they actually roast in the coffee New Mexico Pinon, which is very cool. And they're now the official coffee of the Balloon Fiesta.
Very cool.
So I think every time we go to the Balloon Fiesta now, we're going to be able to get awesome New Mexico Pinon coffee.
Yeah,
It'll be great
for all our
fun.
visitors and home people alike.
Right, and I brew some of that at home.
Yeah.
And it always makes your house smell so wonderful.
A bit like
when
New
you're brewing
Mexico.
it. Right, right. And my sister comes into town, always takes a bag with her when she goes back home,
Well, then she mixes the green chili in with it too.
I'm sure she does something gross like that with it. I'm sure she puts green chili in everything. She lives in D.C., so there's a shortage of green chili,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
And then finally this morning, this is the thing none of us here at the Morning Brew can believe this, but Michael Jordan's rookie shoes sold at auction. That's them right there from 1994, and you can see the date on the bottom there. And sold for $72,000. And these are the shoes he wore in the first game. And his first NBA game. And he gave them to the ball boy, is the story.
Nice.
But the crazy part is, the ball boy, and the guy in the locker room, didn't want those shoes. He actually wanted the black and red ones, which were the classic Air Jordans, you know? And Jordan was like, no, kid, here you go.
Yeah.
But $72,000 sounds like a lot for a pair of shoes. But the shoes he wore when he had the flu, do you remember the game he had the flu and he was in the championship and he still scored like 250 points? Those shoes sold for $104,000.
Wow.
It's amazing, right?
Wow.
The crazy thing about these, though, and I thought this was kind of nuts until I found out some of the crew here has this same affliction. Michael Jordan's left foot is a 13, but his right foot is a 13 and a half.
Oh, well, not 13, more, you know, petite. But yeah, mine are the same way.
Oh, you and Michael Jordan, maybe there's something to that.
Yeah, I think so.
You and him are kindred spirits?
Yeah, and I was going to buy those shoes, but
really?
Yeah. I
Just got to sell a few more books first?
I just have, so many shoes that I just decided, one more pair.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time. We'll be back and we'll talk about bookworks in just a second on the Morning Brew with Friends.
All right.